Hello, compatriots, fellow Nigerians. Welcome to another edition of my talk show, The Pledge, by Dr. Ransom Akogu. Nigeria is at a crossroad right now. Do we turn left because it is not right, or we turn right because there is nothing left? It's a question for you and I to answer as Nigerians, as friends of Nigeria, and whoever is concerned about the largest country, the largest black country in Africa. A lot has been happening in recent time, and we're going to address some of them. I'm so sorry that this edition is coming later than it should. It was due to some circumstances beyond my immediate control, but I just don't want to waste your time, and so we're going to head straight to the talk for today. But before that, can you just go to my YouTube channel, The Pledge by Dr. Ransom Daniels, and subscribe. And before I go on again, I want to give a shout out to Chikpe Tengu and to Sunday Ugwoke for your contribution to the last edition. I really appreciate you, and I hope that you keep the comments coming. Now we're going to start with electricity tariff, the fuel subsidy removal, election, and of the most recent, SARS. There was a lot of noise. I really don't know what happened, but the noise subsided and has been overtaken by events. There was electricity tariff increase in Nigeria. Do you think that is to the good or betterment of Nigerians or not? Nigeria has had a problem of power right from the world go. Before I was born, I grew up hearing NEPA whenever they take the light off, or NEPA whenever the light is on. From NEPA, they switched to power holding, from power holding to Genco, Disco, and all of it. Yet, Nigerians don't have power. Now, do you think the increase in electricity tariff is to the benefit of Nigerians so that our power sector will be attractive to investors so they can invest more? Or do you think it is a punishment for not having enough power and then having to pay more? During the first term of President Goodluck Jonathan, he campaigned vigorously, and one of his main agenda was power. I was hopeful. I was optimistic. I really worked hard and prayed that Jonathan should win the election so that Nigeria can have power. But then he won, and then the story remained the same. Even the Bible says, God who created the world said, "Let there be light," and there was light. If you want to create anything, if you want anything to work, there has to be light. Even God himself, who created the universe, who created the world, saw that before anything can work, there has to be light. So we'll be deceiving ourselves if we think Nigeria will work without electricity. What do you think? In the comment section, state your mind. Tell us what you feel or what you think. Do you think increment in the tariff will improve electricity generation? Do you think the tariff is something that would discourage Nigerians and everything will return to status quo? What do we do as a people? What do we do to increase the electricity generation and distribution in Nigeria? And then the next is going to be the fuel subsidy. Years and years and years and years ago, we've been hearing of subsidy removal, increment in fuel, NLC will be on the street, people will be protesting because of fuel increment. The problem has been kind of consistent because it is year after year we keep hearing billions of naira has been spent for subsidy, billions of this has been carted away, and all that. Now, in the pledge, we'll recite that to uphold Nigeria and defend her unity, to bring unity to Nigerians and in Nigeria, to make life better. And so in the pledge, if you recite, you say, "I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, and to defend our unity. Now the question is subsidy part of the pledge? Is it going to better our life? Is it something you think would uphold the unity of Nigerians? Is it something you think will bring development to Nigeria? The question again is, what is happening to our refineries? Years and years and years. Refineries break down, we import fuel. We are one of the major producers of crude oil in Africa and maybe in the world. Yet, we import refined fuel to Nigeria at a cost. Do you think this is upholding Nigeria? Do you think if the fuel subsidy is removed, or maybe the way it has been removed, do you think the money that is being used to subsidize fuel can be used to build our refineries? If we as individuals, as citizens, forfeit the money the government is using for subsidy, do you think the government will be responsible to use the money now to build refineries and make them work for Nigerians? Or do you think it will be embezzled as usual? What do you think? Remove the subsidy and build us refineries, or put the subsidy and then let's continue importing fuel? To me, I think it is high time we build more refineries, and not just refineries, but modern refineries that will serve the people. I don't support fuel subsidy. However, if the government will remove the subsidy and still embezzle same, then I'm also not in support of that. The only benefit the common man gets from the government in Nigeria probably or technically might be fuel subsidy. But again, for how long are we going to continue in fuel subsidy and then our refineries are down? It is just like you having a hen or a layer who lays eggs, and then you go to buy omelette and you're the one selling the eggs. What is the use when you can just fry the egg and eat yourself at a cheaper cost? I don't know where we got it wrong, but our leaders need to do something about it. If you have removed fuel subsidy, make sure we have refineries. We have 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. There is nothing wrong in starting a refinery each in all these 6 geopolitical zones for a start. Even if you don't want to operate it as a government, you can build and sell them off to Nigerians who are capable. I know there are Nigerians that can come together and buy refineries if they are already existing ones. There should be no excuse why we will be suffering in the midst of plenty. Being in Nigeria and suffering from lack of fuel is like you swimming in the ocean and then you still have soap in your eyes. That is very wrong. It is not normal. State your opinion below. Make a comment. Do you think fuel subsidy is good for Nigeria and for Nigerians? Do you think if you relate it to the pledge we make, or we made while we were in school, or we still make, to defend Nigeria, to uphold our unity and all, do you think removing fuel subsidy is to the betterment of Nigerians and Nigeria as a country? Also, do you think that the removal of the fuel subsidy will be used to build refineries? This is a call to our leaders, to our governments, to try and be responsible. We are not, I in particular, am not against the removal of subsidy. What I am against is using this subsidized amount for other things other than building refineries that will make the product available to Nigerians. I also talk about the election in Edo State and most recent in Ondo State. Thank God they were peaceful. Winners have emerged. And we really thank the people of Edo State and the people of Ondo State for coming out to vote and choosing their leaders. But then, this is a clarion call to those who have been elected. It's a question for them. Are they ready to uphold the unity of their people? Are they ready to serve with due diligence and accountability to the people? It is a clarion call. It is a vote of confidence that has been given to you, the mandate by the people. I hope Obaseki does not disappoint his people in Edo State. And I also hope that Akeredolu in Ondo State will not disappoint his people. This is a call to leadership, and I want to hope that you will do according to the pledge. To be faithful, to be loyal, and to be honest in all your dealings. Congratulations to Akeredolu and congratulations to Obaseki in Edo State. Also, Nigerians, do you think the elections were free and fair? To some extent, I know a lot of people applauded, but in the comment section, you can tell me what you feel, if you think the elections in Edo State and Ondo State were free and fair. And then to the main crux of the matter, what is really happening right now is End SARS protests. It started from Lagos, where Fast, the bad guy, one of Nigerian celebrities, and Runtown mobilized the End SARS protests. And it's been spreading like wildfire everywhere. But the question is, do you think ending SARS is the end of the problem? For those of us who might not know what SARS means, it is the Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian police. I want to say at this point that, to my own opinion, ending SARS is not the solution. What we need as a people is the police reform. Nigerians are crying and are protesting all around for the federal government of Nigeria or the Nigerian police to end SARS because of the activities of some elements, bad elements in the police and in SARS. Extortion, extrajudicial killing, and all that. But what is happening in SARS is just a little fraction of what is happening in the entire society. Just like we have bad elements in SARS, there are bad elements in all the government agencies and even in private institutions. We just need a value reorientation. Ending SARS is not a problem. They will end SARS today and give it another name tomorrow. The same people are still going to be in the system. So what I think is value reorientation is what we need as Nigerians. We are talking about SARS today because they have the power. They have the gun. And so they operate and it is very visible and people complain. In some cases, people lose their life. But the question is, if they ban SARS today and leave it as Nigerian police, there's still going to be a department of the police, even if they are not called SARS. That will do the same thing. So what I think we should be protesting against is end irresponsible attitudes. Let's put an end to criminal and biased mind in both the Nigerian police and every public sector. These days in Nigeria, you can hardly get a good employment without paying bribe. That is one activities of SARS in the civilian regime. In Nigeria today, even when you have the cutoff points, you can hardly get admission into the university without giving bribe. That is another bad attribute of SARS in a civilian regime. I have been striving to get my transcript from the university where I graduated from for years. I've not been able to do it. Why? Because people are not doing what they are supposed to do. That is another activity of SARS in a civilian regime. So as Nigerians, I think we need value orientation. And the only way we can revalue or give reorientation to ourselves is to think about the pledge that we make every day, the pledge that we recited while we were in school, the pledge that we still recite today. Are we living up to the pledge? Every day we tell ourselves, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. In our various dealings, are we being faithful to the country? Are we being loyal? Are we being honest? Members of SARS and the Nigerian police, they are not, some of them are not being faithful, maybe most of them. They are not being loyal and they are not being honest. And that is why the cry to end SARS is all over today. But I put it to you that we have SARS in every organs of government. The attitude we will regard to as SARS. SARS in this time not at Special Anti-Robbery Squad anymore, but the attitude of SARS. We have SARS in the Nigerian government. We have SARS in the Nigerian ministries. We have SARS in the presidential villa. We have SARS in the universities. We have SARS on the road. We have SARS in our families. What do we do to end SARS? Ending the name SARS by the government is not just the solution. What the solution is value reorientation. We have to change our attitude. Whatever we want to do, we need to ask ourselves, the pledge I owe to this country, Nigeria, this attitude, will it suit the pledge? This thing I'm about to do, am I being faithful? Am I being honest? Am I serving Nigeria with all my strength? Members of SARS are not serving Nigeria with their strength. They are not upholding the unity of Nigeria. They are not being faithful. And that is what we are all protesting against. So ask yourself, are you a member of SARS? You might not be putting on the uniform. You might not be having the gun. But in your attitude, you might be a SARS. Let's eliminate SARS. Not just as a name, not just in the Nigerian police, but in our various ways of doing things. You and I, we are SARS in one way or the other. We are SARS without a gun. We have to change our orientation. I'll keep this video short and I hope to talk to you again in our next edition. Leave your comment below and I will tackle it and we'll discuss it one after the other. See you again in our next edition. It's been Ransom Akwogu from The Pledge. The pledge to Nigeria. The pledge is something that will help us as a people. And I want to lend my voice again. End SARS now. End SARS now. Put an end to SARS today. Thank you.